Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please enjoy continuing to eat. If you need a second helping, there's plenty of salad in the back, or if you like carbs, there's plenty of carbs in the back as well. So we thought we'd start a few minutes early because I know our small and mighty and dynamo mayor has a lot to tell you, right? So we want to give her an extra 5 minutes or so because I'm sure she will need it. The Chamber has been bringing you the mayor's state of the city since February of 2012, and we are very pleased that the mayors, Bob Kroll at that time and Lori Bagwell, are continuing this tradition, so we thank you very much. And you know, of course, today, February 22nd, is whose birthday?
I know the answer.
How old is he today, if he had lived this long? 292 years. I don't want to strain you. I know you're full of carbs at the moment, okay? This address, Lori's address, will be filmed for posterity. So I just want you to know, so if you have any green in your teeth or whatever, you might want to get that out now. And it should be on YouTube, I believe, next week. So we will send you the links. Each of you has been given a heart-shaped stress ball to honor a couple of things. One is, this is American Heart Month, and we all have tickers, and without them, we wouldn't be sitting here eating, okay? And of course, this is the month of love. But there's another reason you have this, okay? Is we want you, when you're happy about something, instead of clapping, just flash this up that you're happy with what Lori may have said, okay?
Get a lot of hearts.
Yeah, you should get a lot of hearts, okay?
And if we're upset, we just throw them at them.
Pardon me?
Thanks, James.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay, so what I'd like for you to do is pick up your little heart. You're gonna show your happy face because I'm going to introduce you to a couple of people. One of them, and the ranking person in the room, is Assemblyman P.K. O'Neill, who got beautifully dressed up for this event. P.K., where are you? Okay, so we got our hearts for PK, okay? So this is just a test to see if you understand what we're doing with these. Okay, the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. So if you guys will stand up so that everybody can give you a heart, okay? So these are the Board of Directors.
So we're supposed to put no clapping.
Okay, all right. So I didn't see Sheriff Furlong come in. Is he here? No? Okay, well, we'll give him a frowny face here, okay? And there are some members of our great 2024 leadership class. So if you guys will stand up, please, and you've got a great new project. So look at all those, all right. Also, Southwest Gas is right here in front of us, and we thank them for their sponsorship today. Okay, all right, good. Hey, you guys are getting the idea. You're really smart. Must be all those carbs, okay? And it was because of them that you got the pasta today. So thank you, Southwest Gas. We appreciate that. And thank you to Goldust West and the chefs preparing today's meal. And yes, to honor our great first American president. Oh, cool, I don't even have to cue you. Great, okay. There will be a cherry dessert. There was a great cherry pie war here. I lost it, so we're not going to have cherry pies individually, but we will have cherry crumble. So there is something cherry, okay? In respect of your valuable time, and I appreciate you being here, following Lori's address, we will not be doing a Q&A session. So if you want to ask something, and I'm not going to cue you on what, of the supervisors, they are here, and they will be gladly to answer your questions on a one-to-one basis. I think that will be much better. Now, without further ado, Stacy Woodbury, who is our chamber chair, will introduce the mayor. So it is all yours. All right, what are we going to give Stacy? Okay. Very good.
Thank you, Ronnie. It's my pleasure to be here today to introduce our guest speaker. Is that better? Okay. which was a little bit intimidating because if you're in this room, you probably already know who Mayor Bagwell is. But she is, Lori is a big dreamer, a big thinker, even from childhood. She was always that way. In fact, when Lori was younger, she used to play Barbies with her girlfriends. Sorry, my pop is, there we go. And she wasn't just any Barbie, she was the Mayor Barbie. And she mediated the disputes with the other Barbies of who got to wear the purple satin mini dress with the white go-go boots. So she's been doing this for a long time. And Lori is definitely a problem solver. She has been a great asset to the state of Nevada for a very long time. She had a very long, successful career as a state executive and very well respected in Nevada state government. After 26 years, she retired and joined the business community and continued. I don't even know how many, the oodles of service organizations that Lori has been a part of in this community, giving back in service to others. And fortunately for us, in 2014, Lori decided she wasn't quite done with public service and she ran for the Board of Supervisors successfully. Also in 2018 was reelected and in 2020 became mayor. Lori is very passionate about public service. She, as I said, is a problem solver and a thinker. She will, the only thing that eclipses Lori's passion for public service is her love for this city. Lori is a person that doesn't take no for an answer. She tries to get to yes, yes for the success of our citizens, yes for the success of our businesses, and yes for the success of our community. And she's gonna share some of those successes with you here today. So now, on behalf of the Chamber and Southwest Gas, it's my pleasure to introduce to you someone who is more than enough. She is your first woman, female mayor of Carson City, Lori Bagwell.
Only Stacy could get away with this. Stacy and I go way back, if I have to admit things.
Hold up, Ronnie.
That's gonna be the photo op, I get it.
Okay, how many of us love Barbie?
Where's the red heart, right?
And easy bake ovens, let's go for that. Oh, see, now I got some winners there. Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I think I'll try to hold it, because I'm assuming you can hear me, or do I need to, I got a yes. Okay, so I just wanna say, let's see if technology will, oh, somebody started me. What a pleasure it is to be here today, and I think as Stacy said, anyone that truly knows me, it's all about success. I really do live in the world of it's gonna be better. It can be better, and we can do it together. So we are celebrating successes for our team. The team is all of us in this room. It's all of us that make the team. So I do want to give a shout out for the Chamber for always hosting great community events, and to Southwest Gas for their contributions. And then I don't want to be remiss in thanking James Salanoa, our graphic artist extraordinaire. And I hope you loved the slides today. And we'll have I don't know, we might have a test later to see if you caught anything during the slideshow, because it's just fun. Oh, do I have to point? It doesn't want to do that. Is this on? It is now. Okay. I think I have too many things in my hand though. So I like to start with the big success, which is bringing in $9.4 million in federal funding this last year. That's actual reimbursements that the federal government gave us for projects. I like to celebrate that because it means I didn't locally tax you for it. I don't want to pretend it's not your tax money, but I love to say hooray that we get our share back. There's no sense letting the state of Mississippi have it. We might as well get it. So we did some great things with the money. We worked $2.4 million on Prison Hill. 2.3 million on Carson River Trail System, and another 1.88 million for our Buzzy's Ranch Wetland Enhancement Project. There's a little bit of a theme there, and I bet you all can guess it. We really like to go after the quality of life grants out there to make our city, again, better for all of you and your families. So I hope you will really enjoy that. Okay, what's our park, recreation, and open space been up to? I don't think I saw Jennifer Budge. Did I see Jennifer? But that team is led by Jennifer Budge. And one of the things we did this last year is the Capitol to Tahoe Trail. We added 10 miles of new track. That's pretty amazing, again, for all of you to be able to enjoy and to connect us. The whole objective that we're trying to do is really connections, right? The more places, my goal is for everywhere in Carson City that you can get out your door within 10 minutes and enjoy the beauty of our community. So I sincerely hope we continue down this path. One of the neat things, our new arts and culture recreation specialist, Anna, she brought, and working with the Brewery Arts Center and others, and the CTA, big shout out to them. How'd you guys like our new murals? That was pretty, oh, hearts. I'm gonna have to get used, can I put a heart up? Yes, I got a heart. But anyway, I really enjoy that and think what a wonderful addition to have when visitors come, to be able to take them around and show them all the murals and what our community is all about. I also want to give a big shout out to all of you in the community that helped me on the Community Service Day that we do at Lone Mountain Cemetery. I love that, right? Because everybody comes out. But I want to really thank the Rotary Club of Carson City, who thought it needed a little bit more than cleanup and actually donated 26 trees to actually, right, to give us peace of mind while you're at the cemetery. Oh, yay, you got that. So big shout out to them for that. And so I have a George Washington quote, because it's only fitting. So heroes have made poets, and poets heroes. So I hope you enjoy that one. Okay, clicker. I'm trying hard here. I don't know if I can get there. So one of the neat new things for 24 that we're doing, and this is a big shout out to the Foundation for Carson City Parks and Recreation for working with our Parks Department to create a youth scholarship program. So I'm super excited for our first year of that implementation, and a shout out again to those in the community that want to contribute to help our youth be able to enjoy activities after school or during the summer. I think it's a real important thing. We're working on improvements to the Ronald D. Wilson Dog Park, Blackwell Pond Playground, and several other park facilities over this next year. And what's my George Washington quote for this? Knowledge is in every country, the surest basis of public happiness. You're supposed to, are you guys all public happiness? I want that on the video. It's got to be important that we see a lot of red. Okay, so this is our community development. And for those of you, some of you in the room would recognize what the word Title 18 means. And so I did have a little fun on this slide. That's me on the mound, begging us to be in the home stretch. We've been trying for a little while to get this done. This is our development standards. And we have been working to update them for both sides of the aisle on this, things that would make the public happier and things to help in the development community. And I want to just thank both sides, right? Because you have to come together when you're working on these things. But we think we're in the home stretch. I think so. All of the Board of Supervisors is going to do this because we don't want to see them again. So we hope to have that done. But we also are taking, for this next round, I think I saw Hope in the room. There's Hope. There you go with the red heart there. What a great team leader we have in Hope in our community development. We're embarking upon a master plan update. Another thing I'm sure when we're done, we'll never want to see again, because we'll at least put it off 10 more years. But if you have any thoughts, please let Hope know or participate in our workshops. The community is only better with input, right? I know we're all pretty smart up here, but any help you want to give us, we really, really, really would appreciate it. So see Hope if you want to contribute on to that. Some of the positive things, I've been reading in the newspaper lately where people, oh my gosh, businesses are going out. What is going on? You know, is this good or is this bad? And so I actually asked Hope's team to do me a favor and said, how many business licenses do we have? Are we really losing businesses in Carson City? Anybody got the answer? No, that's right. So this last year, we had 6,489 businesses licensed in Carson City. In 2022, we had 6,193. So a 4.77% increase in business licenses. That's good news because it means people want to invest here and we're healthy. And my George Washington quote for this one, still I hope I shall always possess firmness and virtue, enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man. George Washington was pretty sharp, wasn't he? So what are we building or working on? Did I go too far? There you go. People always like to know what's on the docket, what new housing do we see coming. So we have Tanamera Apartments with 306 units. That's on the Lampa projects. Ash Canyon, 41 units on Ormsby Boulevard, and 137 units with Capitol Crossing. So that's what's so far that we know. Our George Washington quote for this one, the power under the Constitution will always be the people. I love that quote too. Of course, I liked all of these because I got rid of the ones I couldn't bear to say. So Carson City has a growth management plan of 3% per year. There is a lot of public that just thinks we grow exponentially or with no plan, and I wanted to put that to bed there. It's not true. We have a great planning commission that is also our growth management commission, and they do a really good job monitoring and looking at rules for that. And so our answer is 3% a year. But we have not experienced that much growth in any of the years over the last 20. Our biggest year in the last 20 was 21 to 22. We had a 2.2%. And so in 1992, we had 43,231 people, and then we went to 54,503 people, and then 58,314. So I think we're doing a good job managing our growth, because you want some, but you don't want runaway growth, right? But we want some, because that's what keeps a lot of your families employed, right? You got to have a little bit of stuff going on to keep the economy going. I also thought you might like to learn a little bit about the age grouping in our community, because I hear a lot of misstatements or thoughts about that too, right? That we're a old community. Do you guys think we're old? I might be getting there, but I just thought you would enjoy this. So 28% of our residents are 60 plus, 23% are under the age of 20, 24% between 40 and 59, and 25% between 20 and 39. So we're pretty evenly split if you really look at that. So when we as a city are trying to make decisions for things that we need to do, we really are looking at all the classifications of the age, right? So you have to do something for families. You try to do things for the senior center. You try to be well-rounded in what you're doing, because that's what our community looks like. And this one, in case, let's see, where's Sherry Banaboo? I saw Sherry. Sherry's over there. In case you didn't know it, that's Sherry in the picture. That's my hidden, that's my hidden secret. Handling money from different funding sources can be a juggling act. But look at her. She's like ready. She can do it. And we are so fortunate to have this finance team because of she really does a great job keeping our budget in balance. Keeping track of all of our ARPA projects. Last year I talked about we got $20 million. Well, we got a lot to be able to do with that, but with it comes strings, which is account for every penny, and quarterly reports and all this other good stuff. So kudos to her team. And the most important part to me, no audit findings. How do you guys like that? There isn't many, that's right. Very few entities and governmentals can say they had no audit findings. Sherry's team really works hard to put everything in the correct bucket and do the correct reporting. So just want to say hooray. And then some other great news. Last year we talked about we successfully improved our bond rating. So those looking at us out there in the market said, we do have great accounting and finance policies. So they gave us a better bond rating last year. What do you think we got for that? We just sold our Centennial Park bonds to do $5 million worth of improvements out there. And we were able to get it at 3.56%. Woohoo! That is saving all, that's right. Because you get to pay what? Less interest. And that is always a good thing. So again, thank you to Sherry and her team. They're going to work hard this next year to do electronic payables. I'm always afraid when we say we're going to implement a new computer program. Scares me all the time, but I'm having faith. She's still smiling, so it must be going well. Okay, then we're going to move on to our fire department, and I think I saw Sean. Sean, you have to stand up because my slide won't work. I'm not kidding. Doesn't our fire department, that's right, don't they look great in their uniforms? And if you didn't catch it, that's Sean near the fire truck there, just in case. So in 2023, the fire department implemented a new records management system, and that one went well, right?
Yep.
See, we had a success, so Sherry, the challenge is on, because his went well. And then he really worked hard to expand numerous regional training classes. We've really discovered that if we can work with Truckee Meadows, Central Lyon, East Fork, Tahoe Douglas, North Lake Tahoe, and all the other ones with our mutual aid agreements, it's good for everybody, right? So if we have a problem, they'll come help us, and if they have a problem, we'll come help them. So great job on the expansion of the agreements. And then we also really worked hard, his team, I'm gonna take credit because it's our team, but working on the advanced cardiac arrest protocols. And I know that doesn't sound like, or it sounds like a mouthful, but when you're in trouble, anything they can do to trim time, get there quicker, apply protocols that make this better, your loved ones are gonna live. And that's what it's all about. It's life-saving measures, and I just want a big, big shout out to them really working hard to work through those protocols and shaving off. See? That's right. Better opportunity for life. There's no doubt about that. And then we hired someone new, John Backdahl, right? Who is doing a great job as our emergency manager. He's already paid for himself for this year. He went and got $400,000 worth of grants. So, right, I told you we like those federal grants that we can bring back to here. And just so he knows, if you got $400,000 this year, your goal is $600,000. Just thought I'd throw that out there, right? You got more of a goal. And the fire department for this next year is nothing but a plan, but a plan, but a plan. That's what we do well in this city. And they're going to continue. Oh, they've been doing some education programs with our kids too. So I look forward to seeing what comes up out of that, but they're going to work on the emergency operations plan. So they'll be busy, busy, busy. And our public works team is Rick. I think I saw Rick Cooley. Here's our new deputy manager there, Rick, filling in a little today. Thank you. But if there's one word for our Public Works Department in 2023, it would be design. That's all there is to it. Design, design, design. The Public Works Department is in the final stages of designing our Quill water treatment plant, the new fire station with the EOC project, sewer extension projects, the East William Complete Street, or Highway 50 updates. And then they also did 2.3 miles of new pathways. They worked on 3.4 miles of existing street projects. And so all of you have probably seen the completion of Colorado Street. All of this is the Public Works Department. Okay, and so if 2023 is design, 2024 is start, right? Design it in 1 year and do it in the next. So we should see construction happening on all those projects I just discussed. But something interesting when we were looking back at what we've done in Carson, this is really the largest capital construction city the city will ever have. That's saying a lot for our small team of mighty, mighty designers. Look at that, she caught on. $75 million worth of projects to start next year. That really is phenomenal for a city of our size, and hats off to the Public Works team. I really want to give them a shout out. And the George Washington quote, "Every post is honorable in which a man can serve his country." Okay, what's Health and Human Services up to? I think I saw Nikki. There she is. Great team Nikki has, and you know there's nothing in here that says COVID. See, come on, you guys. Woo, woo, that's right. So the success is no COVID. But they did do 21 public flu events, but just back to flu. We had 800 individuals that we vaccinated, 283 of those being over the age of 65. And here they did, back to inspecting the food establishments, 400 of those. Because keeping your food safe is vitally important to all of us, right? We want to make sure we have healthy food and service. And I want to thank all the restaurants, including this one, for doing such a great job, because I look at that and we rarely have someone falling down on the rules. So great job to all our restaurants. We also did something else, what are called temporary event inspections. So this is somebody's having a party on our street, kind of an example. We had 52 of those in 2022, 92 special events in 2023. What's that tell us all? Is the community getting back healthy, right? Getting back to doing what we love to do, which is family and events that we can share together with the community. Nikki's team also, I thought, tried something a little bit different this year. They held a fair, and it's our first one to recruit volunteers for all of the community, right? So they did a really good job having that fair to say volunteers are needed in Carson City, and maybe you have some time. So I thought that was really a good thing to do, because all of the nonprofits can use more volunteers. They also coordinated an American Red Cross shelter manager class for our employees. So busy, busy, busy as always. And what are they going to do in 2024? I know, another plan. We're going to have a plan. We don't really make light of them, except for I don't know how many we have, because I probably could a lot. We do a lot of planning in this city. But they're going to work on mass care sheltering and our community health improvement plan over this next year. So give Nikki a call if you just want to participate. She might want some of those volunteers we were just talking about. And then we've also begun the street outreach program. We talked about that last year, some things we could do to reach out to reduce homelessness in Carson City. So that began in January. So hopefully we'll have a report soon and we'll see some successes on our opportunities there to help. We're also going to host something called Responsible Giving, which will be our next component piece to that project. And that's really to work with everyone in the community to help teach what is the best way to provide a service to those, but not do a service that doesn't help, right? So that if you're giving $10, it's going to the best possible place, right? And that may not be the person standing on the street corner. It might be better to give it to an organization that can make that $10 serve 10 people. So we hope to be able to put on some education courses there. And then we're working on our opioid reduction plan. I don't know how many of you are aware, but the state of Nevada had a lawsuit. Jason's team really worked hard with us to do that. The state and the city and many other jurisdictions went after some of those distributors, manufacturers, and things of that, and we were successful in receiving some dollars. So we're going to have some plans to see what we can do to help us reduce opioid addictions in Carson City. So I look forward over this next few months with the board putting that plan together. So what's George Washington's quote here? When there is no vision, there is no hope. Okay, in our senior center, I know I saw Courtney does a fantastic job out there. Well, and she's sitting with Public Works. I like this. So Courtney says game on. That's all she has now learned that she can be in charge of construction projects. Yeah, look at that. No, never again. And so she's like, remodels count, right? Do these count? So what did they do at the senior center? They changed the dining room around so that they can now offer seniors lunch choices. So you get it kind of their way, but you can have a little bit of choice now. So that's super fantastic. And when I visited the senior center, very much appreciated by the seniors eating lunch there. They're super excited about being able to pick, right? So I think that was a great remodel. They also now have to-go pickup, right? Where if people can't stay or need to come get it for a shut-in, they can help, right, and get a pickup menu. So we like that too. They served over 34,000 meals on site and delivered over 100,000 meals. Pretty fantastic. Because otherwise people might not eat, right? So in 2024, the senior center is going to be bringing art workshops and poetry reading classes and education programs for to help our seniors, and mostly from frauds and scams. I haven't got that one licked yet, but be wary of anything. I just say that right out loud. If it sounds like a good deal, ignore it. It's probably just not a good idea, right? Or call Courtney and her team. And then their ultimate goal is to reduce the wait list for people on Meals on Wheels. Okay, all right, is she in the room? I know I saw in the uniforms. There we go, Marlena. Oh, yep, and team. That's you, Marlena, just in case you didn't know. She goes, thanks a lot, Mayor. But what did they do over this last year? So one of their more sexy activities, or duties that they have, is to help the courts hold people accountable to what they're supposed to do. And one of the ways they do that is in drug testing. So it's hard to imagine, but they did 13,384 tests. That's a lot, 1,700 more than the year before. And I think what's amazing to me, I don't have the stat right off the top, but most of them test clean. And it's really exciting because that's not how they entered the program. Right? So it's really a testament to our justices of the peace for working so hard in both the courts, the mental health court and the drug court, and our alternative sentencing group to really work hard to give those people a second chance. And if they do their part by testing clean, and some other little things. It's great to keep our community safe and to give them their chance. So Marlena is going to be working on training for crisis intervention. That's her next pet project that she intends to do, and with Marlena at the head, I'm positive that will happen with success. Okay, we're going to next. So our human resource department. Okay, Stephanie. Actually, I think I saw the old one too. Did I see Melanie? Yeah, I thought so. So anyway, Stephanie, as if she doesn't have enough to do and wear enough hats. Yep. Because we could save a little money. You get to have another hat for a little while. But super excited. They screened 4,442 applicants to fill 384 positions. What's that tell me? They want to come to work for Carson City because it's a great place to work. They have continued training in management and leadership programs, employee recognitions. One of the things we do as a board is have longevity certificates for 5, 10, 15, 20, and then we beg them for 20 more years if we can get it out of them. And then employee of the quarter. We renewed our health insurance with a 2% increase and vision insurance with no increase. It's really getting tough in the insurance market. I don't want to pretend that that's well, there's one from insurance, right? So you know that's a good rate when we only had a 2% increase. We did well. So Stephanie didn't want the job forever. I can't figure that one out. So we have now pleased to announce that we hired Jeff Colum, who will be reporting to work tomorrow. There's Stephanie. Yay, yay, yay. So tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., he doesn't know it yet, but he can get started on our labor negotiations. Welcome to the team, Jeff. We really look forward to working with him. And then this one is always fun for me. So I know I saw Frank looking dapper earlier. There he is, Frank Abella. He is our director over our IT. And I have to say, honestly, when he communicates with me of their successes, I don't know half of anything he's talking about. I just need to be real super honest here, but I know he's doing a great job. And I tried to put this in everyday English. And if I failed, don't lift your hearts. But his team installed over 100 new cameras at numerous city locations to improve our public safety. I rewrote that one totally from what he sent me. I had to go ask him, I'm honest. Along with firewalls, encryption on traffic securities, implemented zero trust principles, VPN access, virtual server replacement, and all those other things that we need to do to protect the integrity and have good cybersecurity, right? Because there's always someone trying to do something ugly. But I just, again, want a big shout out to that team. They are working hard all the time to protect your data and the city's financials and everything. So great job. Okay, who else do I have to brag on? Okay. So what's he going to work on for this next year? Another scare tactic. It does. It scares me to hear what finance is doing. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. So, and probably some of you in business know it anyway, but with the expiration of Windows 10, IT is going to be migrating us to Windows 11. Yep. It will mean other things won't work. I am positive that's what it's going to mean. But they're going to start that transitioning and really start overhauling our mobile device management to reduce downtime and system performance. So here's our George Washington quote for this one. Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on the externals in the world. So we can do this, right? Okay. And this really does look like our table in City Hall. Big shout out to Nancy Paulson, our leader there. And I was teasing Nancy that I was going to be kind and not put the real picture in. Gosh, I just have to say it. I forgot to put the food on the table, right? Because we noodle, and that's the mayor's word. My team knows I love the word noodle. we're gonna noodle this until we come up with the answer, right? We're just gonna keep on trying and keep on trying until we can come up with something, but we usually have cake, ice cream, cherries, anyway. But that is in City Hall, sitting around the table as the team, really trying to do good work for all of you. What happened in 2023 was the Nevada legislature. We worked hard with the Nevada Association of Counties and the Nevada League of Cities, and we really did get some good legislation passed and maybe stop some bad legislation. For the first time in many years, the city sponsored its own bill. We were brave, we went out there now. Senate Bill 16, which made various changes to our city charter. We had some things that had been in our charter for a very long time, but I have to admit it's really scary to go to the legislature because sometimes they don't do what you ask them to do. And you might get something you weren't intending to get. But this year, this last session, we had a wonderful, see, I'm giving you a kudo. But we really did. PK just really did a good job helping us shepherd this bill through the legislature. And to tell you how good it was, unanimous out of both houses. Is that the only bill that was unanimous through both houses? I don't know. A few?
Unfortunately, we had a couple others.
Of unanimous ones? There you go. But I just want to say a good work, again, even by the citizens that work on the Charter Review Committee, and people put in requests. So great job on that. The other things we worked on this last year was streamlining the process of neighborhood improvement districts. So we really did some legislative actions to make that easier on the public, because we just kept making them come back for another meeting and another meeting and another meeting. So that one was a really great job on legal notices. And we increased public health funding, right? That was a good one from the state. We got regional airport help from the legislature. And let's see, I already thanked him, so he doesn't get it again. You only get it once. Okay, so the other thing we did that would seem minor to many of you, but I hope in the end it isn't. We embarked upon the process of creating what we call the revenue book. And so if you want to know how much something costs in Carson City, you can now go online to the revenue book and quickly go to say, how much is that permit or how much is that fee? Instead of finding the particular municipal code, oh yeah, and searching through lots and lots of stuff, you can go right to that revenue book and look up what it will cost to do that type of business activity in our community. So we thought that was a really important thing for user-friendly stuff. So we finished our communications plan, and I don't know if Anna was here. Was Anna from Parks? We hired our arts and culture, do we call her a manager? Supervisor. Okay, Anna Freeman. Like I said, great job that she's doing. She has so much enthusiasm for the arts. On and on and on all day long. If she could draw every picture, I think she would. But she loves it. Okay, so what are we going to work on for 2024? Charter Review Committee again has to meet. That's every 2 years. We're going to work on our compensation study. Every so many years we have to do that for the benefit of our employees. We're going to look to create some efficiency. She's looking at me. She's smiling. She's still smiling over there on our capital improvement program and annual budgeting process. And then something I want to give a shout out to the city manager and the deputy city manager that they've started doing. I think technically they call it like the brown bag lunch, where they get together and really let the city employees come and talk to them and learn. I think we all focus on what we do every day. And I know that many of you work for companies and they have different arms of the company, right? But do you really know what that group does and how it impacts you? So very proud that they are doing brown bag lunches and that they're inviting the employees to come up with ideas that might help another department even. It doesn't even have to be your own. Maybe you do something and say, if this other department would just do X, we could cut our workload in half on that project. So I really look forward to see what they come up with. But again, great job. Okay, and I do not want to be remiss if I did not give a shout out to the executive branch officials that work hard for us and for you every single day. Kimberly Adams is our assessor, Scott Hohen, our clerk recorder, Jason Woodbury, our district attorney, Ken Furlong, our sheriff, and Andy Razor, our treasurer. You know what? I want to say something because even though we each are elected and we each have our own roles, I feel just fortunate, and I am positive the rest of the board members do too. You really have quite the team in Carson City. We have a lot to be thankful for, that the treasurer wants to work with us, the DA's office wants to work with us, the clerk. It's coming together to give you all the best product that we can. There's nobody out there for themselves. I am so proud when I see the other elected officials that come to the table. Like, I could have put all of us at that round table because they really will participate to do something good for all of you. So I wanted to give that shout out. Okay, and then there's this other team over here. But I'm really proud of all of our, that's right, all of our accomplishments. We have the greatest staff, and I am so honored to work with my fellow board members. Stacy Giomi from Ward 1 and the Mayor Pro Tem. I should have asked for him to do this today. I should have said I had some other duties. Maurice White, laryngitis. Maurice White with Ward 2. Curtis Horton brings his apologies. He was sick today and didn't want to share that with all of you. But Curtis is our new ad with Ward 3, and then Lisa Schutte, Ward 4. And I got to tell you, yeah, I am. I'm just so honored to work with them. We don't always agree. But I want to tell you all something. We're not supposed to, right? You get the best product because you've got the best minds thinking about it, right? And noodle, sorry, you guys got my trick word, but I do like to noodle things. And if we do this, what does that get me? And if we do this, how does that help you? And so I can't think of any team better to noodle with than what I've got up here. So, no, it's truly true. What are we going to do over the next few years? Do we have our work a little bit cut out for us? Of course we do. And I know it's everyone's favorite subject, so I'll just get it out of here. We're going to have to figure out road funding, right? You can already see everything on Nextdoor, everything being posted. Lots and lots of ideas on road funding. And again, I can't think of a better group to noodle that over with. And I am positive we'll come up with something that you, the public, will either support or not. But we'll noodle it together. I'm inviting all of you to recognize you're going to have to help, right? There'll be elections on the ballot, maybe, and you can say yes or no. It's your choice. So we look forward to trying to deal with that. We're going to add some pickleball courts at Mills Park and some tennis court repairs at Centennial. And then I just want to take one moment here to do a big shout out, because I think we often forget as a city, we're just not the employees of this city, right? There's a whole nother team out there that makes this city the greatest place to live, work, and play. So if I left anybody off, it's not on purpose. It's really not. It's just my list got too long. So I want to thank the Chamber, the Lions Club, the Kiwanis Club, the Rotary Club, the Boys and Girls Club, Fish, Ron Wood Foundation, the Leisure Hour Club, the Nevada Builders Alliance, community churches, RSVP, Knott's, Toyota Foundation that does so much, Advocates to End Domestic Violence, Muscle Powered, Salvation Army, all of our businesses, and any nonprofit that I did not already mention, and most of all of you, the residents. That's what makes Carson City so wonderful. So in closing, I'm proud to be your mayor, and I know together we will all make Carson City better in the upcoming year. Thank you all for coming to share your time with me. And one final George Washington quote: "We cannot guarantee success. We can strive to deserve it." So thank you all so much and hope you enjoyed. And I'm done.